2.0. This is season 1, episode 3. Let's see what we're doing.
So today we are talking about heat protectants, a good flat iron versus a bad flat iron. You can't use any flat iron on your hair, and we're also discussing the levels of temperature, right? Because it can't be too hot and it can't be too warm. So what we're going to start with, my flat iron from college, okay? As you can tell, struggle city. I had it for a very long time. This would be considered a bad flat iron. Reason being, you cannot see the temperatures or the dial, so you don't know exactly how hot you have it. Now, Miss Hicklin,
you've got most of your cover burned off.
Exactly, most of my cover is burnt off, and the best flat irons to have are the ceramic flat irons. As you can see, this was ceramic at one point, but now it's completely done deal. Okay, so this is my flat iron compared to Miss Hicklin's flat iron. Check out the temperature on the nozzle. You know exactly how hot it's going to be. And then with the light, when it flashes, what does that mean exactly?
It means that it's on, and it'll become steady when it reaches the temperature that you need to use for your hair.
Okay. Look at her ceramic. Look at her irons. You see how smooth they are compared to mine? Hers would be the best one to use. Now, when you start flat ironing your hair,
a lot of people think the more you pay, the better the flat iron. That's not true. Sometimes you'll go to the store and there'll be a $70 or $80 flat iron that does not have a variable temperature on it.
Yeah.
You could pay $119 for a flat iron, and it won't have ceramic plates that are good. You've got to look at it to see what you've got. 5 years, and this flat iron's going strong. I made sure that I got one with an extra long cord, because as you try to work on your own, it's harder to work with your hair. So if you can get one with a longer cord, that's better than just a regular shorter cord. So pay attention to those things when you got to spend your money.
This in your hair, you have to use heat protectants. So Miss Hicklin bought her heat protectant and I bought mine. All right? There's a reason why we have two different heat protectants. Me and Miss Hicklin, we have two different types of hair. Okay? So anytime that you are doing this to your hair, you are using these heat protectants. Hicklin, how? And then remember, you don't need to use heat all the time. It is one of those need bases, a need to know, need to use bases. And with her, she says she doesn't have to use a lot of heat protectant. With my texture, you have to use a lot, because just the slightest, not too much, it'll break it off. Because even though my hair seems so thick, I have very fine strength.
I don't require as much heat on my hair to straighten it.
How light hers is. So we're gonna bring our hands around so you can kind of just touch them and see the difference. Now rub your fingers together and feel how it is compared to hers. Why do you think mine?
Mine's like water compared to hers.
Yeah, why do you think mine is thicker than hers?
Because your hair is thicker.
Bingo. So when you do it, remember, you have to protect your elders. I always tell you guys, always start from the ends, you work your way up, okay? And before you initially put heat to your hair, make sure you always check your temperature. Now mine is a little different. You see how she has here? The first thing you need to do is wipe it across the towel before you put it in your hair the first time. Because it's gonna be its hardest when it first goes into your hair, correct? So you don't want it to damage it. Ever feel like you are using too much heat protectant? Because it's to protect your hair. Okay?
Unless you're using a silicone-based one.
Yeah.
If you're using a silicone-based one, just put a little bit in there and leave it alone, because that stuff's sealing your shaft. It's a chemical. It's not as healthy on your hair. Hers is actually a better heat protectant.
Because it's more of an oil. My dials, I don't have an accurate temperature. She has an accurate temperature, all right? She has an idling, so it lets you know when it is ready, because the light will get steady.
See, now my light's off because I turned the temperature down. You don't see it flashing anymore. It's telling me it's ready to use. It's reached the temperature I've desired.
And mine is at red. It's telling me that it's still hot. That it's not ready. Once it gets hot, it'll turn green. But still, that's not enough of a determinant to tell me whether that this will be okay on my hair. You can literally, this is my hair with a proper flat iron, okay? Mine with a flat iron that doesn't do what it needs to do. Protectant that is silicone base, you use less heat protectant. The best one for 3A to 4C hair would be something with an oil base. This is the best one. If you're dealing with something between 1A to 2C, which is Miss Hicklin's, it'll be best for
baby oil.
Exactly.
To consistency. Now see, look at the difference.
So as I'm curling her hair, you have to be fearful of getting that fish hook. So when you're getting closer to the bottom, go ahead and start making that curve. Don't let it sit too long and bring it on down.
And if you want to spiral your hair, if you've got a thin hair texture, you can spiral.
Would be the best one for Willie's hair. Exactly, a heavier and an oil-based one, okay? So what we're gonna do,
I went in and
Samaya.
How are you liking your hair color so far?
I like it. It's fun.
What are you trying to achieve out of hair color by the end of the year?
How to get my hair longer and healthier, and how to learn how to detangle my hair without pulling out my hair.
Why is using heat protectant important?
Because you don't want the flat iron to burn your hair. It protects your hair.
okay, so today we went over heat protectants, what's a good flat iron versus a bad flat iron, what type of heat protectants to use on different textures of hair, and we also worked on how to detangle with finger detangling using your hand and with a certain leave-in conditioner. Remember, majority of these products you can get from the dollar store or you can make it yourself. Stay tuned for episode 4.
Yeah.
All right.